Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Marvel Legends review from my vacation. As you maybe can see, I'm not in my usual place, which doesn't matter. And today we have from the X-Men wave from 2016, Shatterstar. I got this guy in a shop I'm very fond of from my whole childhood, and it was a surprise to find this guy just sitting there because I don't know, in the States or other places in Germany where I live, he's not easy to get for a reasonable price, and I got him for less than retail price, kind of, well, for less than $20, let's say. And it says, armed with superhuman physical and mental abilities, Shatterstar conquers his enemies with strength and certainty. Certainty is very important here. And there you have a very nice picture of the figure itself with all his, I would say, 90s glory. The other figures from the wave, which is back from 2016, and the Build-A-Figure Warlock. I don't know, maybe one day I'll decide to get the other folks from the wave. For now, let's just rip this open. And here we have him alongside Warlock's arm. The left arm, or right, whatever the perspective is. And he comes with his two swords, kind of long machetes things. And yeah, and that's it. But the figure is a good looking one. So, having taken everything out of the packaging, here we have the figure itself, Shatterstar. The knee feels a bit wobbly. The joint is a bit too flexible for my liking. This one is fine, but this one feels a bit too soft. Anyway, he has a very nice face sculpt, or head sculpt altogether, with his ponytail, his spiky hair, his weird headpiece, like if he was training for kickboxing or something, his two little braids here. So he has a full program of everything you wouldn't do today in terms of styling, but that also makes him quite unique. And he has his little golden eye, like it had like energy kind of thing. These things they use a lot in the, I don't know if in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, or from back in the day. His shoulder pad, which is cleverly put together with his cloth piece here in the neck and the shoulder. He's a very unique design, and I really like this pad here. It has a very nice wash, which makes it look like leather, as well as the piece here and the belt. They all have a wash, which is not the case for the gauntlets, the gloves or the cape here. I can see no wash, or maybe it has a very light one. I don't know if it's only the lighting because it's getting dark. I think it has a very light bluish gray wash. Also the gloves, it's actually, he has a very discreet one, but it's better than nothing. And which makes me happy. Even the holster piece here has like a very light, I don't know, I'll have to check that with daylight. The boots have these two tones of gray. They don't seem to have a wash, but it's tricky with this light. Anyway, but it's a very nice I mean, of course, if you like the design, it's a nice figure, and if not, still it's well executed. Anyway, he has two different swords. One is single bladed, they look the same from the side, but this one is double bladed, and that was the thing with Shatterstar. I think the original designs in the 90s had even like a couple of holes, and I don't know, maybe both swords were double. I mean, both hands had double bladed. I have to check that. Maybe I'm wrong, and sorry if I am, and don't get mad at me. I'm just speculating or remembering, because my brother had the Toy Biz figure from the 90s. Anyway, of course, these swords are not of course, but they are pretty unique to this character, and they are the only accessories he comes with, apart with this very cool looking arm for the Build-A-Figure. But yeah, sometimes they come with very stupid accessories, or in this case he needs these two blades, and they are well executed. I like them, and it's all you need for this guy. Now, then you put them in his hands. I don't know if he has a specific hand for one blade or the other. I'll just do it the way I fancy right now. Yes, I like the way that, oh, the whole hand just popped out. I'll have to hit this maybe, because it seems to, can you see how deep the actual arm starts? Well, for now it will be fine. I don't know if it's a problem with both hands. I won't pull them. Anyway, there you have him in a very basic and effortless stance, and he looks cool already. As you can see, it's the table is with a flowery cloth. I hope you don't mind. It's just the conditions I have at the moment. It's not on purpose, it's just the way it is. Anyway, let's see what we have for articulation. Oh, I'm noticing something I might not like that much. Yes, that's, well, it's better than I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, the head, it has like a lollipop thing, if you watch other reviewers, you know what I mean, and it pops fairly easily, but it stays there. It can go up that much, which is really good, and if you remove this cloth, maybe even more, but I wouldn't remove it. I mean, if you want, you can do it, but then you also remove the shoulder pad, and then you have a plain white guy. I mean, white dressed guy. I don't know, maybe it looks fine, I don't know. Actually, that's what you have without his extra parts here. Actually, he looks good, because you have, he's carrying some swords, and it's even like if he was a fencer, with these white suits. Anyway, in that case, he can look all the way, I mean, that's, yeah, but you end with this like protuberance here, but he has all the range, and he can go look all the way down. He has a lot of attitude, which is great. I mean, he has a lollipop, yeah, but it allows him for a lot of movement, and you can hide it. It's not as obvious as in some other figures. Anyway, the arms can go all the way around, and they are ratcheted, which is maybe it was very usual before. It's the first time I remember a figure this size having ratchets in the swivel. Now let's bring his little cape and stuff here, back here I mean. Now if you have his whole garments on, then he, of course, you have to go around this stuff. But yeah, it doesn't limit him, because these things are, it's separate from his shoulders, you know, which is a really good choice. It doesn't hinder him from posing. Now he has the bicep swivel. No, first he can go 90 degrees, a bit over 90 degrees actually. Look at that. Both sides should be the same, but this one is a bit stiffer, and he has the part, you know, this side can go a bit over 90 and the other maybe as well, but I won't force it right now. He has a good range, and can you see the figures? I'm very glad I got him, and I'm very glad I got him for a really good price. He's just becoming one of my favorites already, I think, and he's not like a main X-Men. Anyway, he has the bicep swivel, can go all the way around. I won't do it now because the swords are there, and I won't remove them for the moment at least. And it's very nicely cut with the sculpt. It doesn't like interrupt horribly the sculpt, you know. He has double jointed elbows, which can go a bit over 90. This is one side, and the other side can go, I would say, the same, but they're not the same biceps. You can see this one is a bit flatter. Are they the same? Maybe they are the same, I don't know. Actually, they are mirrored, you know, like symmetric. A bit over 90 as well. And that looks kind of cool. Now, as we saw, the gauntlet, the glove is like a piece just put on top of the actual forearm. Sadly, and very sadly, the hands are swiveled in and out instead of up and down, and he has swords, you know. It's like, why? The good thing is they can kind of have they're not straight 90 degrees, they have a bit of an angle. As you can see, they don't go just like this, but they go like the swords are aiming to the front. They're stretching a little bit. But the bad thing is the elbow has this bend that's as much as straight as you can get them. So there is some limitation, but if you turn the arm a bit, anyway, you can see it's not like the blades are 90 degrees upwards, that's German, sorry, but they have a bit of an inclination to the front. Now we have the diaphragm joint here, the ab crunch. Anyway, it has one click, it has only one click to the front, which is a bit unfortunate. He has one click to the back, but they're fine. Sadly, when you go backwards, he has this huge gap, but I'm liking the figure so much that I won't complain that much, because he really looks very cool. Just look at this guy. He has a waist swivel with a ratchet. It's a ratcheted waist swivel, can go all the way around. This very nice belt, which is not floating all around, it's kind of tight there. Now the legs, I don't know which mold they are. You know all the molds and the Bucky cap and all of that. I don't know if that's one of those. I don't know, but they look fine. The paint is nice, but yeah, I have already some scratches there because yeah, of course, when you move the legs, it will rub there, with this part. But the legs, they can go like 90 degrees to the front. Yeah, not like, but 90 degrees to the front, maybe 89 degrees, They can do a very nice split, as they say, better than many Spider-Man figures. Yeah, he has the thigh rotation all the way around both sides. Here you can hide it a bit. Well, no, with this piece. The knees, they can go, they are double jointed and they can go that much to the back, which is, they're better, but it's good enough, He's not Spider-Man. The expectations are a bit lower for this guy, but he's better than many Spider-Man figures. Well, I don't know why I'm biased, because yeah, maybe because my brother had the figure of this guy. Yeah, he has a boot cut exactly where the boot cuts. I don't know if it's meant as a boot cut or yeah, this one is just a bit stiff, but it's there. So you can adjust your posing. He has a decent enough angle rocker. Has a bit of a weird angle, but it's there. The feet can go that much to the back, which is good, and only kind of nothing to the front because the sculpt is just not allowing any further movement, which is a bit unfortunate. But still, I can only recommend this figure. He looks really cool. He's I would say he stands out because because of the white, he will stand out. Most X-Men are the yellow, blue, and all of that. And this guy is white. He's not the only one wearing white, but yeah, I guess he's in the lesser half that wear white. Anyway, I'm saying stupid stuff. Anyway, now for comparison, here we have Shatterstar. Let's get him a bit straighter. And here we have Destro. As we all know that Marvel Legends are a bit taller than the Star Wars stuff, at least. I have none with me right now. There you have next to Destro, and they are very similar in height. Maybe Shatterstar is, if he's higher, it's only because of the ponytail. I think the head, Destro is taller. Here we have Flint. Which is also kind of similar in height. Shatterstar is a bit taller, I would say. And here we have Lady J. And of course she will be smaller. We know she's shorter than Destro and Flint. And it's fine, it looks fine for me. So that's today's review, Marvel Legends Shatterstar. It's an older figure from 2016, but I like him very much and I can only recommend him. It's a really nice addition to my collection. So if you like the review, please leave a like, comment whatever you want, as long as it's respectful to everybody here. Please subscribe to my channel or consider it, because I'll be uploading stuff every time I can. I'm not super strict and super regular, but when I can, I do it. Yeah, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.